Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Just a few notes before we get into the forecast. We are having our live chat tonight at 8 p.m. We have a lot to talk about, including stuff like cloud seeding and climate change and what we can and can't control. There's a lot of stuff going on out there in social media land, so we're going to cover all that, go over the book of the month or the week, should I say, and also answer all of your questions. So it should be a lot of fun. Also, if you're interested in helping this channel out quite a bit, as you probably have noticed, I don't do flashy, crazy graphics with half the country in red and all sorts of nonsense and hitting my mic. That's a good idea. So if you can, please like, share, and subscribe. It actually helps the channel out quite a bit. And if you're interested in subscribing, it's only $15 a month. And you get all the premium content plus the ability to ask me any question you like within weather. Okay. So let's dive into the observations here and get used to this stationary front as it is going to be a pest over the next several days. It's not going anywhere. It'll waver back and forth, north and south, east and west, as our air masses to the north of us and to the south of us pass through, but we will be stuck in the middle. And with that, we're going to be dealing with tropical air masses. And you can see that right now with temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 70s over the northern interior, essentially to north of the stationary front, upper 70s to lower 80s to the south of the stationary front, with dew points in the 70s to the south and in the 60s, mid to upper 60s to the north. So a little bit more comfortable up towards the Poconos and Catskills. Along the coast, it's basically a steam bath. And that's essentially what we're going to be dealing with over the next couple of days and really weeks. Really, we're locked into this weather pattern for the summer. So we're going to have this stationary front hanging around. And with that, a little what we call short waves. See this low pressure system right there? Well, it was right there. It just updated, and there it is. This is again from WeatherTap. They just updated their new system, so this is really cool radar and data. So definitely check that out if you like. I've been using it since 1999. So yeah, I'm old, and this has been improving steadily. So one of the features I like to use, and that isn't a paid endorsement or anything. I just like using them. So this station front's going to be hanging around, and with that, these little short waves are going to be passing along this stationary front, producing waves of low pressure and, of course, waves of showers and thunderstorms. And the best potential for those thunderstorms will be in the afternoon and evening hours. So thunderstorms will be a threat right when you head home for the evening rush hour, and expect that pretty much almost every day on through this upcoming weekend as the stationary front hangs around. And with it, there is plenty of moisture to lift. And so these thunderstorms are going to be capable of some very heavy downpours, frequent vivid lightning, hail, wind gusts over 55 miles per hour, leading to severe thunderstorms. The hail would lead to severe thunderstorm designation. And with that, these thunderstorms are going to tend to move slowly, so they'll also be capable of producing localized for urban and flash flooding. So if you get caught in one of these thunderstorms, use caution because your visibility is going to be much lower, below 2 miles, and you'll have the potential here to get caught in some urban flooding. So just be careful about that. When we take a look at the current visible satellite picture, we basically have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, thus the mix of clouds here. And we're going to generally see this almost every day. A lot of low clouds in the morning because of all the moisture in the atmosphere, a little bit of fog here and there, scattered cloud cover. The more sun you see, the more unstable the atmosphere becomes. And the more unstable the atmosphere becomes, the better chance you'll have in seeing those thunderstorms. Now, you won't see thunderstorms in your backyard every day, they'll be scattered about. But if you do get one, you won't likely forget it because those thunderstorms are going to pack quite a punch, and occasionally a rainbow afterwards. So that's a nice trade-off, right? So if you're heading out and doing any outdoor activities, like let's say you're playing baseball, right, and you have a metal bat, and there's a thunderstorm nearby, just in case some people may not realize this, apparently, even though I've mentioned this several times on social media, metal bats and lightning do not mix very well. So if you hear thunder, put down the bat, head indoors, get to safety, because lightning can strike even far away from a thunderstorm, putting you in danger. That's why if you hear it, get to safety, okay? Because the lightning isn't that far away. So let's dive into this forecast. And really, this is going to be a quick one because today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday, and hey, back into Wednesday, we're going to be dealing with this stationary boundary hanging around. So we're essentially going to be dealing with the same forecast almost every day, which will feature the threat for showers and thunderstorms every afternoon, especially along and southeast of the I-95 corridor, where we're going to be in more of a tropical environment. That's where I think we'll see a lot of those thunderstorms focus. Low temperatures will range from the mid 60s to lower 70s over the northern interior. The further north you are, the cooler you will be. Along and southeast of the I-95 corridor, you'll be in the lower to mid 70s for lows, and it will feel very humid. High temperatures over the interior, again, essentially to the north and west of the I-95 corridor. You'll have high temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to mid 80s. It'll feel like the upper 80s to lower 90s because of the humidity. And then along the immediate coast on Long Island, you'll range from the upper 70s to lower 80s, but it will feel like the upper 80s to lower 90s. Along the rest of the coast, those temperatures will range from the mid to upper 80s, but will feel like the lower to mid 90s. And on the I-95 corridor, you have temperatures ranging from the mid 80s to lower 90s, feeling like the mid 90s to lower 100s. The reason why you're going to have these temperature ranges, it's just dependent on whether or not you get one of those thunderstorms sit over you in the afternoon, or whether you just have a lot of thunder and a mix of sun and clouds and still a humid atmosphere. So that's essentially what it's going to look like all the way on through Wednesday. Rinse and repeat the same type of weather pattern. But I need to stress, if you get caught in one of these thunderstorms, use caution because they'll be capable of producing, I'm going to say it again, very heavy downpours, torrential downpours leading to localized urban flooding, powerful wind gusts, frequent lightning, hail, and very poor visibility. So it's okay to find a parking lot and pull over until the thunderstorm passes you by, because it can be pretty difficult to drive in those conditions. That is your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day. And as always, stay safe out there.